Ladies and gentlemen, we have the last day of competition in the HCS NA Pro League. I'm Strongside, and join with me at the Xfinity desk is Kyle Elamite Elam.
You're exactly correct, Strongside. We have a lot of action in store, and you couldn't have predicted things to end better. So many different seeds and teams are going to be determined with how today's standings end. Let's go ahead and take a look at the format and see how these teams made it to where they are today. Of course, we had the top 8 North American teams that qualified for the league. All teams will play each other twice during the regular season, with the top 4 teams advancing to the season finals. 5th and 6th will have their spots guaranteed for next season. However, 7th and 8th place teams will fall down to relegation and have to face against the open circuit teams.
All right, let's take a look at the standings after all this competition we've been through. Counterlogic Gaming 12-1. They've secured that #1 seed going into the NA finals. Enigma 6 10-3. Team Envious 9-4. Renegades 7-6. Evil Geniuses 6-7. Allegiance 5-8. And Optic Gaming and Team Liquid, those will be the 2 teams down in relegation. But CLG, Enigma 6, and Team Envious have all clinched their spot into the NA finals.
And we'll have a lot more about those teams in the standings here. But first, let's take a look at tonight's matches and see what we have in store. Very first match of the night, Renegades going up against Team Liquid, followed up by an Allegiance and Optic Gaming. Match number 3, Enigma 6 versus Team Envious. And then the final match of the Pro League season, we've got Evil Geniuses taking on Counterlogic Gaming.
That could be a very, very epic match. But the NA Open Circuit did finish, and we had 2 teams make their way out. That's Denial and Elevate. Those 2 teams will be playing against Optic Gaming and Team Liquid at the NA Finals. And then over in the EU, we have 2 teams that are still going to make their way out this weekend, and they will be playing against Dinosaurs or Pulse Gaming. So they'll be fighting to take those 2 teams out of the Pro League over there and hopefully get themselves into the EU Pro League.
And then, of course, let's take a look at back here in North America and see what exactly is on the line here tonight for these teams. Now, if Renegades wins their first match, they will secure themselves a spot of 4th place, or going into 4th seed at the finals. And now, if EG wins and Renegades loses, then EG will then qualify for the finals. The winner of Enigma 6 here in Envious, our 3rd match of the night, will secure the 2nd seed for finals. And of course, a Liquid win with an Optic loss will then move Liquid into 7th place. And of course, being in 7th place, you get to choose the team you're playing in relegation as well.
A lot is riding on this first match today, pretty much, is what you're telling me.
There is a lot riding on the first match, the second match, not as much as second match, but 3rd and 4th matches. There is a lot of action. You couldn't have predicted it to come down to the last day.
Without a doubt. And now for our last top story, tickets went on sale this morning for the HCS Pro League Summer Season Finals in conjunction with KCON 2016 LA, The Novo. You can pick up your tickets at the link down below if you want to join in at the event and watch the carnage unfold.
And there's going to be a lot of benefits and giveaways for everyone coming out to the finals. There will be an on-site raffle of the Halo 5 Guardians limited edition statues. Also, the first 200 attendees on Saturday will get a Halo Mega Block set. First 200 audience members here to arrive on Sunday will also receive a plush cell phone holder from Line. There'll be HCS stickers to give away, and of course, the great meet and greet with some of the pro players there as well. So a lot of cool things in store.
Yeah, if you want to meet your favorite pro player, maybe get a picture or an autograph, that's where you can do it. And there are 2 types of tickets. We've got the general admission. You get 3 gold rec packs worth $8.99. So that's free. You get 3 gold red packs right there for just purchasing that ticket. If you purchase the VIP ticket, you get a lot of extra stuff. You get premium seating with some awesome seats to overview the entire show. On top of that, you get 5 gold rec packs worth $14.99, and you can participate in the exclusive FFA tournament with a $5,000 prize pool.
And that's so awesome that you're going to be able to actually go there and, compete against a lot of the other players and spectators here coming to watch that, and a clean $5,000 prize pool. Now, we will also tonight have the Arena Skype Q&A with Ninja. We had Maniac last week. Ninja's been kind enough to give some time on his Friday night. You'll be able to join the chat by adding Gaming with Skype to your contacts, and of course submit all of your questions there as well.
And for more information and more news, check out halo.gg. You can check out top 5 plays of the week throughout the entire season. You can check out the HCS report through the entire season. And you also can check out every single podcast of the HCS Listen In, hosted by the one and only Tashi. So we got to interview a lot of the pro players throughout the season, and we have an epic one coming up here next week. We're going to have the one and only Richard Sims on the show. So be sure to stay tuned for that next podcast, which will be launching next week.
And of course, we want to hear from you as well. So make sure to join the conversation by tweeting at HCS or at ESL Halo and using the hashtag HCS as well.
All right, and we have the Jinx raffle. So if you haven't won any gear, this is your chance. You can check out the link below. You can win a free shirt, a hoodie, or even a lanyard. So a lot of cool stuff there to win as well. But you know what? Let's just get right into it, Elamite. Let's get right into the match. We've got Renegades. We've got Team Liquid. Team Liquid trying to solidify that 7th seed over Optic Gaming. Renegades trying to secure their spot as the 4th team at NA Finals.
And of course, let's go ahead and take a look at the Renegades lineup. We've got Ninja, who we just talked about doing that Skype Q&A here as well, and Victory X with Penguin. So Renegades, kind of a rocky season here. They started off really well, fell short midway through the season, and they are coming out and trying to end strong. Like we talked about before, this is a must-win situation here for Renegades.
Let's take a look at the Team Liquid roster. We've got Spartan, Denoxide, Stellar, and Eco. Now, these guys have been fighting to just win a series. They took their opponents to Game 5 last night, but these guys have just not been able to close out the series. So, I mean, these guys, they've just got to put away the nerves, forget about everything, because, I mean, this is it. If they want to get that 7th seed and potentially not play Denial, formerly known as French Toast Mafia, and play against Rami and crew, even Cloud, I mean, that team they're looking really, really good, and I would not want to play against them if I'm Team Liquid or Optic Gaming.
I mean, if Liquid is able to take a win here, not only are they setting up EG for success, but they are helping themselves being able to raise their seed. You know, they really hurt themselves before losing to Optic in their first round, and I'm sure they are looking to overtake that 7th seed. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at Ninja here. Of course, he is one of the most popular Halo streamers. He was also a Bud Light Esports All-Star. He's been on the show Family Feud with his family, obviously, of course.
It's a good episode.
It was a hilarious episode.
Yeah.
So great there. And of course, began his career in 2009 with Halo 3.
All right, let's take a look at the game type overview to see what these teams vetoed down to. We've got Truth CTF, we've got Regret Slayer, Eden Strongholds, Fathom, Capture the Flag, and Truth Slayer. So actually, what's pretty interesting here, Renegades vetoed all the Coliseum maps here, because Liquid, that's pretty much the map that they've won the most.
You're exactly correct. Like, not only did they haven't had as much success on Coliseum themselves, but they still had a higher win rate percentage than Liquid. So really interesting. They are really trying to attack Team Liquid's best game types. We do have the players getting set up in the game here right now. So let's go ahead and take a look at Truth Capture the Flag, game number 1. This
is a symmetrical map. You're going to see people fighting to control the base and block those spawns over in the bubbles, and really just forcing the team to spawn under the base, or potentially, yes, in the bubble or level to the base. You want to control those spawns. You've got Fuel Rod top middle, very important to get. But let's kick things off with the man himself, Ninja, and see if what he can do, and if he's going to be just taking some faces here.
And with that Skype Q&A coming up with the arena, we're either going to have a really happy Ninja or a really sad Ninja, one of the two, and I would prefer to see a happy Ninja.
Definitely. Well, Ninja will fall to Denoxide. You've got Victory X pushing in across the base as well. Let's move over to Victory X. He's going to make his way up into the blue sneaky, already into the base of Team Liquid, potentially getting a flag grab here if he can pick up a kill or two. But no, he's going to get backed off, and he will try to stay alive under the base, but Denoxide has other plans. He will make him fall to the ground.
And of course, Denoxide picked up that camo to start the game. It was a pretty early one, so we'll be seeing that respawn at about 9 minutes and 50 seconds as well. Both teams kind of pushing over to car side of the base, trying to get control here. Of course, we have the Carbine that spawns up there, kind of where it gets its name. And of course, with the adjustments made to the game type itself, you have to be pushing out of the base much more than previously.
All right, so Ninja's just trying to defend his base right now and stay alive in that bubble, but he cannot. Stellar picks up a double kill, and it looks like Denoxide is going to be running this flag. Let's move over to Denoxide. He is actually taken down. Now you've got Stellar running the flag. Let's move over over to Stellar. He's got the flag back in his base already to cap flag number 1.
And that's Liquid coming out really strong here. Spartan does have the fuel rod cannon here in his back pocket. We'll take a look to see if he's able to survive. He ends up being taken out by Penguin, but Stellar with this sword here misses a couple sword lunges and gets taken out. What a big change of events here for him. Liquid is pushing out pink side of the base, but they are winning this battle, and they're quickly going to gain control of P2 here.
Yeah, now you see Eco make his way over to Pink Tower, but he is down to 1 shot. Let's move over to Eco, trying to stay alive, just charging across, soaring and exploring through the air, but he will go down. Commonly is able to pick him up. You see Commonly making his way up to the top of Pink Tower, getting some great nades into the base right there. A nice Hail Mary Guardian Angel right there on Spartan. That's going to be a double kill. Picks up the triple kill. Let's see if he can keep this just spawn trap going right now. Look at this. He's got the flag back all the way at the base, and you'll see that over there, that no one is able to contest that flag, and they are going to be able to tie this up 1-1.
And the timing on that ground pound from Commonly, didn't even know Spartan had spawned below the base, but hits him almost directly with a ground pound and picks up that kill as well. Starting this game out, we've got Ninja at 8 kills and Eco at 8 kills as well. So these two players are really stepping it up for their team.
Victory X with the camo in a great position to push into the base. He's top middle, picks up a kill, gets some help there from his teammate to potentially take down Spartan. He's not able to finish that kill though, but it doesn't matter. He has the fuel rod now in his back pocket.
And of course, that looks like another fuel rod here, top center. Quick battle, car 1. Good dodge here by Eco, ends up picking up the trade with Victory X. That's going to put the fuel rod cannon down here for them as well. 2 members dead for each team, and Team Liquid quickly moving this flag across the base. Spartan has his Jordans on, and he is flying.
Yeah, this guy is a speedster right now. What a time to grab the flag. A perfect time when those players were spawning over in the bubble, and he had his teammates there stopping that route, making it over across the carbine to their base. So, I mean, a great time to run the flag. You're always saying how Spartan the Dog is just always playing phenomenal on this squad and just always making like a correct decision. And wow.
And look at him dodge those shots, puts the crouch, breaks Penguin's ankles, and takes him out right there. Spartan playing really well to get this one started.
Yeah, it's never fun getting your ankles broken, but we've got the fuel rod coming up in about 15 seconds. Camo should be up around the 7:45 mark as well. Penguin in a great position to push into the base and potentially help get this flag moving. That's 2 down for Renegades. That's going to be 1 down for Liquid now, and Penguin just still doing a great job. He moves under the base. I like how he didn't overcommit. Go level to the base. He went under the base. He made the players on Team Liquid charge out and go and pretty much put themselves into a bad position and stall them from making it past that 50-yard line.
And of course, we'll keep an eye on Camo, as that's going to be spawning any moment here. There's battles going on for pink side of the base. You've got Penguin now grabbing that new Camo. No one from Team Liquid really in position to kind of pick up on that or get in position to try and test it. And now Penguin has a free Camo running.
Well, look at this. Space. Liquid is still inside their base. Penguin died earlier, and then he spawned up, got Camo, and Team Liquid is still in their base. Now they're spawning out by the bubble, but that's because Renegades is blocking the spawns over at pink and blocking the spawns level to the base to help easily run that flag towards the pink side. So Renegades did a great job at blocking the spawns and forcing them over there in the bubble. Now they've got the flag back in their base, and can they get the return to tie this up? We're at 2-2 right now. First to 3 caps will win this game.
And looks like they kind of were late to pull the flag, but they ended up taking out 3 members of Liquid once again off of their spawn, securing that cap, and not even giving up control of Liquid's base. So Liquid actually is having to push back here to try to take out Penguin. Stellar's trying to push the flag. They really are going to need everything to kind of work out in their favor here and make sure they pick up the kill.
What a play. I really like that play there from Penguin right now, because he was just doing everything he could to buy time for his team, for Ninja and Victory X to push up. This is all on Victory. Can he get the return? No. The flag's still there, but it does run out of time, and it will be returned on its own. So a big play there from Victory X and Penguin to buy his team some time.
And taking a look at some of the stats here, that is going to be Renegades that is out slaying Liquid to get this one started, even though Liquid had the lead the majority of the game. Next flag cap will win regardless of the time left on the clock. If it is tied at the end of the 6 minutes of regulation, we will add 3 minutes to the clock for a short overtime.
right, that's going to be 2 down, make that 3 down for Renegades. This is looking pretty good for Team Liquid if they can take down Commonly and potentially get this flag moving right now. That's Commonly down. The flag is moving. I believe that's Eco holding it down right now. And Spartan, potentially, no, not Spartan running the flag. That's Denoxide. Let's jump into third person right now. And actually, he's got a teammate here. Let's see if he's going to be able to do anything. Yes, he will. And Team Liquid will take game number 1 over Renegades. Renegades has got to be feeling the pressure right now. They have got to be shaking in their boots.
And Liquid, you know, backs against the wall, nothing to lose almost, and only things to gain. The stats here. Eco doing a lot of work, 17 kills, stellar. Only 6 kills, but still putting in 2 flag captures, so doing a lot of objective work here for his team. And we were talking about this before we got this series kicked off. And if Renegades loses this series, they're leaving the door open for Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, I mean, and then from there, they're just sitting back and just crossing their fingers, watching that series, hoping that EG does not pull off a miracle and win that series against CLG.
I mean, and it's something Evil Geniuses definitely can do. The kids, everyone on that team has individual, amazing individual skill. And although it's CLG, they are still able to be taken out. We've seen Enigma 6 do it before, earlier in the season. We saw Evil Geniuses do it at X Games. It's only a matter of time before somebody takes them out again.
Now, here was the great play from Team Liquid. They collapsed on Renegades because Renegades was stuck into their base. They were able to pick up 3 kills. Eco gets that 4th kill, and they were moving the flag immediately across the map. And that's what pretty much sealed the deal for them at the end of the game right there. But even earlier, we saw Team Liquid really getting trapped in their base and not moving out, where we saw Penguin, he was able to die and spawn back up, and Liquid was still in their base, where potentially Liquid had the upper hand on Renegades because they were down a player, but those 3 guys on Renegades just did a great job at really containing those guys on Liquid back in their base.
And this series is far from over because next game, Slayer Regret, neither team has actually even won this game type. Both teams 0-1 so far in the Pro League. And of course, time and time again, like even yesterday, we saw Liquid with a 2-1 series lead before they ended up losing in that best of 5. So even though Liquid has the advantage here, don't count Renegades out by any means. They can absolutely bring this one back, even if Team Liquid's able to steal game 2.
And it's always hard to kind of call like which team you think's gonna win on Regret Slayer, because it's such a fast game type once things get going, and after that initial OS is out, you don't want to be that team just kind of being on that spawn rotation where you're just back and forth in the base. You want to be controlling top middle, controlling top car, kind of moving back and forth from base to base, and even controlling the pink side sometimes as well. You just want to be pretty much in the center of the map and never be stuck inside of a base.
It's so easy to go back and forth from top center to the other side of top center, kind of collapsing on the bases. We do have the players getting set up here in the game. So let's go ahead and take a look at the map here. Of course, we do have top center as being the primary power position. We've got both teams going to be focusing on the overshield, as that is a crucial turning point as well. Now, we just saw Renegades drop this series, or the first game. I want to start this off with Penguin here and see if he's going to be able to step it up for his team and actually help them bring this series home and secure their spot.
All right, Penguin right off the rip, headed to bottom middle. He's going to potentially get that overshield. He does get the beatdown and burns the overshield. So actually a great trade there to get that burn there and at least get a kill. So a great start for him. Renegades is up 2-1 right now. Penguin off the spawn picks up another beatdown there on Stellar. So making quick work right now of Team Liquid, going up 4-1. And you'll see all the players on Renegades right now over inside the base, and Penguin in a great spot to get some shots from another angle to really trap Eco. And you're going to see Commonly pick up that kill. So some great just movement from Penguin.
And Sharkside, let's go and take a look through Ninja's eyes. Talked about him time and time again. He has the plasma caster, and this is the most powerful weapon on this map, and he is quickly putting it to good use, already grabbing at least 2 kills here.
Well, I really like how he's just being so aggressive with it already. He's just immediately pushing into the base. You see Victory pushing in. Now you've got Penguin pushing in. Actually, Penguin's going to go down to a perfectly placed splinter grenade by Spartan. So let's move over to Spartan now. He's going to pick up another kill on Victory X, trying to keep his team alive here. But Renegades as a whole, you can see that they are not going to be playing passive. They are keeping that pressure up.
But Spartan picking up a quick Spartan charge here, grabs a kill, quickly pushing up to help his teammates, grabs another one here, and they're quickly starting to close this deficit.
see now Team Liquid is just charging across top middle, flying through the air, going into that little zone above top card. You can only hang out there for about 10 seconds. If you're still up there during that countdown process, then you will be killed. But nonetheless, it's a great position to go. You have the height advantage, obviously, and a lot of the times, most players don't even look up there.
Yeah, I mean, it's not somewhere you know teams are going to be going to that, but with you saying they can only be up there for 10 seconds, it's not somewhere you're constantly checking to see if any team is there. And of course, if they're crouching up there, they're not even going to show up on radar, and it'll be a huge advantage.
Well, we've got Overshield about to pop right now. Let's see what players are down across bottom middle. You've got Stellar and Penguin. Let's actually move over to Penguin. He was able to burn that first one, so he knows that time. He's right here. He's going to get some shots, and he will fall right as that Overshield was about to connect into that Spartan, but he will burn the second Overshield. Now only up by 1 kill, 2 kills, 16 to 14.
And this is quickly becoming quite an intense matchup here. You see both teams starting to kind of slow it down, neither one trying to give up any kind of free deaths.
Yeah, and you've got Renegades kind of making one big push now. You have a push from Carr, you've got Penguin pushing across top middle. Unfortunately, he's going to get taken down by Stellar, and you've got Eco picking up a kill on Hammonley over there, also known as Commonly. Commonly, you can call them both. They both work, part of the Hammy crew if you follow him on Twitch and subscribe to him. But now on board with Eco, you're going to see some great placed plasma caster shots there from Spartan to take down Victory. And look at this, Penguin's going to go down, and we're all tied up now, 19 to 19, Eomite.
And Eco grabbing one of those kills. This is the first lead change that we've had so far. And now Liquid pulling ahead by 2. Still got a little over a minute here for that next Overshield to spawn. So both teams, at least at this point in the game, are still wanting to control top center, especially Car 2.
Yeah, and Eco doing a great job. Yeah, he got Ninja down to 1 shot. He didn't feel the need to overcommit. He just kind of hang back. He's just waiting for them to make that push. And look, now Ninja kind of putting himself into a position where he's not going to be able to win. But look at that. Commonly comes back and helps him and saves his life right there. Ninja, honestly, he was putting himself into a very exposed position, and it looked good for Eco to pick up a free kill. But Commonly, he's always got your back. He's going to be right there. He's going to be just hanging out, shots across the map to save your life.
Great communication here from Renegades, using that teamwork. And once again, Eco getting double team from top center, but Hammy will ultimately be cleaned up as well here. Spartan does drop to Penguin. Taking a quick look at the stats. Spartan at 10 and 6. Denoxide, 5 kills, 10 assists, 8 deaths. So he is by far leaps and bounds ahead of everyone else in assists.
All right, this Overshield is coming up. It should be up here in just a second. That's when Penguin burned it. There it is. Victory X making a run for it. Can he get it? Yes, he does. It does connect. He's got about a full Overshield right now. He'll punch Spartan the dog right in the face to pick up a kill, sending him to the ground. Now rushing across down to Pink One to try and help out Penguin and pick up a few more kills. He spots Eco, gets a few shots, realizes that he has no teammates. That's some great awareness there from Victory X. Even though he had just a little bit of Overshield left, he didn't feel the need to overcommit and put himself into a bad position.
And Spartan, great job just crouching on the corner with that Storm Rifle. Of course, he'll grab that inside of Car 1 as well. Now, Car 2 control still up in the air for anybody. No team's really sitting or anchoring this position. A lot more players focusing on P2 or where that plasma caster's at. Are about to see Dinoxide obviously get dropped here by Victory X, but somehow even with all these deaths, Liquid still has a 4-point lead.
Well, now they have taken the lead up by 5, but Renegades was leading for just a bit, and Liquid brought that back, and they were kind of going back and forth, but uh-oh, this is not looking good right now for Renegades. Liquid's starting to pull away. They're up by 6 kills right now. We've got Overshield coming up in about a minute. It's 33 to 38 right now. Renegades has definitely got to make some great pushes here right now, and that's what they're doing. They just picked up 2 kills. Victory looking to try and help out across the map. That's 2 more down for Team Liquid. We're at 36 to 38. Renegades with some great pushes right there to bring themselves back into this and not allowing Liquid to pull away too much. You've got Commonly crouching onto the car side. Liquid definitely a bit hesitant, playing a bit passive here because they're afraid to push out of the base. You see them all kind of moving very slow right now out of the base. Overshield coming up in about 20 seconds, and now Liquid's able to take down Victory X. That's 37 to 39.
And with that new Overshield coming up, this is probably going to be the last one we see this game. Both teams are going to have to collapse and set set up for that. So look for both teams to start going down low. It's up at about 48, so about 10 seconds away here, 5 seconds now. Victor X, if he gets taken out, this is going to be a numbers advantage here for Team Liquid, and they may be able to actually grab this one.
Oh no, Ninja, he bounced off. He wasn't able to get it, but you know who was there to get it? He's been there 3 times this game. Burned 2, and now he connects and picks up that last one. This is a huge overshield right now for Renegades. It's 41 to 42. Penguin doing everything he can to help out his teammates. Hammy's gonna get Eco, send him to the floor. We're tied up 42 to 42. Penguin trying to jump up to the pink tower, and he sneakily gets away with just a sliver of shield left right there. 44 to 44 right now. This is game 2, folks. Renegades looking to tie up the series.
And Ninja had this plasma caster, but he gets taken out as well. We just had a perfect from Spartan on Hammy. Stellar gets caught from behind. Denoxide in this 1v1 and has perfect shots. This one's coming down to the very wire.
This is insane, 46 to 46. If Renegades loses this, they'll go down 2-0 in the series right now. Now they're up 47 to 46. Renegades fighting to stay alive here. He's getting charged by 2 players on Liquid. He will go down. Eco will go down too. That's 49 to 48. Now let's move over to Penguin. Penguin's moving over to Ninja to try and help him finish off Denoxide, and he will be able to finish off Denoxide to end the game 50 to 48. That's an incredibly clutch play there at the end of the match between Ninja and Penguin to really locate Denoxide and realize that they have the advantage here and just tag team him to finish the match.
And look at these stats. Ninja doing everything he possibly can. 15 kills, 14 assists, a +3 when you win only by 2 kills. He's essentially looking at almost all white stats here. On the other end, though, Denoxide really struggling this game. Started racking up the deaths towards the end, 8 and 17. Let's take a look at some of the replays here. And this is something we've seen from Liquid all season long. They're a really great team. They just fall short at the end time and time again, losing that one by 2 kills. And of course, you can see those sexy stats from Ninja up on your screen there just a moment ago. Nice little KDA of 3.22. Team Liquid was doing a great job, and then just once again, like I say time and time again, they just fall short. They are lacking that clutch factor, I feel.
Well, we'll see if they can bring that clutch factor back here in this series, because this is the last series that they'll potentially play together as a unit. As these players on this roster, this could be the last time they played together.
Besides relegation.
Besides relegation, yes, exactly. But for these teams, I mean, this is it. And when you talk about coming in clutch, I mean, this is the time. They need to win this to potentially, hopefully, and not play against Denial. And Renegades proving to be very clutch right there, even despite going down 6 kills towards the end part of the match right there.
And can you imagine what is going through Evil Genius's heads right now after watching them fall short on that game type? They would be so happy if they saw Team Liquid take a 2-0 series lead, but just like that, Ninja and crew are too clutch and tie it back up 1-1.
Well, you pointed out Denoxide dying 17 times, and honestly, that's definitely using more deaths and more lives than you're really supposed to. You want to always try and keep that around 12 and 13, and if you're dying upwards of 17 times, you're probably putting yourself in some bad situations. Obviously, we saw that last one. Denoxide kind of got caught off on his own there on the car side, and he was tag teamed by Ninja and Penguin. Maybe potentially could have backed up. Obviously, we'd have to see the whole scenario again, but Denoxide definitely kind of getting caught off on his own quite a bit.
Yeah, maybe not that one death at the end. He may have spawned there, you know, things could happen, but I'm sure over 17 deaths, we could pick out a couple crucial mistakes.
Definitely, and then Penguin, you saw him get that overshield at the end. He burned 2 overshields early in the match. He burned the first one and the second one, and then he came in clutch, and he was able to secure that overshield when it looked like Ninja should have it, but he thrusted into the side of the structure, and he just shot straight up. So it sounds like we have the players ready to go for this next match. Strongholds on Eden.
And of course, both of these teams with a 50% win record. Of course, Renegades is 3-3, Team Liquid 2-2 on this map, but we've seen Liquid do great things here on Eden Strongholds especially. This was not something they matched up with before, but this is going to be, you know, Team Liquid's time to really come out and prove it to themselves, grab that 7th seed, and help out Evil Geniuses. Let's go ahead and start this one off here. Who do you want to kick it off with, Strongside?
Let's go with Victory X. Let's see what this guy's going to do here off the rip. He's going straight for this overshield with Commonly. Gets a great nade on Denoxide, but he's not able to connect and get that grab. Eco's going to be able to get this overshield. He's got the rockets in his eyes right now. Yes, he's going to be able to pick up this combo. A great combo to have right now. 3 players, all 4 players from Renegades making their way out of Red Basin. You do actually have Penguin already at tower, so 3 players making their way out of Red Basin. Eco picking up the blue bend. Now gonna make a great push here over towards the red nest. You've got overshield. You can kind of lead the charge for your team and potentially just make it a lot easier to get this trip cap. But you know what? Actually, Eco, I kind of like this play. Instead of making that push, they just captured Catwalk and they're holding blue bend. There's no need to push, and we saw Boo Boo Doo Boo yesterday making great plays from this same exact position with the Rockets.
Yeah, sometimes on Strongholds you want to be aggressive, other times you want to play passive and just wait. Like, you're racking up the time, you don't want to risk making any mistakes, and I thought that we were just about to see a ninja essentially there, and Eco says, no, I'm just going to go ahead and take both of you out. He still has his overshield's obviously gone now, still has rockets in his back pocket, so he wants to make sure he escapes here.
Yeah, a great escape right there to stay alive with those 2 rockets. They're still holding this trip cap right now, so he's going to go for the long-range rocket. Can he connect? No, he cannot, but he does buy a little bit of time for Denoxide. Now going for another long range. He is able to pick up the kill. Denoxide takes down Ninja, and now they're going to recapture the nest. And now you see Stellar also protecting the Catwalk, so doing a great job at really controlling all these strongholds right now. And what a play there by Spartan. And he's going to he was able to get that capture and not allow the players over on Renegades to get that reset. And
amazing
they are still
shots.
holding this trip cap, Elamite.
And look at this, if they're able to stop Hammy from capping Catwalk, they almost were. He ultimately ends up dying, but no one else would have been in position to even grab that. And just like that, Renegades regains control, put some points on the board here. Eco pushing over, I like this play. He's trying to secure this Catwalk. Denoxide, as you can see on the kill feed there, picks up a double kill with that light rifle. And now they're looking at grabbing another triple cap.
Eco steps out of the hill for just a second to take down Commonly. So a great play from him. Now putting some shots over on Penguin. He's going to get some help from Stellar to pick up that kill. And now, I mean, Team Liquid is really putting the pressure on Renegades. They are just holding this trip cap and not allowing Renegades to really even break off their spawn to get any captures. You've got just Liquid just constantly putting up so much pressure. You've got Eco putting shots, Stellar coming in with the teamwork. And look at this, just constant movement. These guys are moving in a wave as a unit back and forth to every stronghold, but now you're able to see Renegades get control of one, but right away you've got Team Liquid. They're going to capture it right back.
And could you imagine, they are just dominating this game type. If they were able to take game 2, this would have been potentially a 3-0. Renegades just cannot get focused and grab any real control here from Team Liquid.
We'll see if Team Liquid has the clutch factor now. They are up 68-5 right now 70-5. Team Liquid, we've seen them lose some big deficits before, so can they close this out here, Elamite?
I think they will. Like, we saw Team Liquid playing extremely well yesterday, just barely fall short, and this time with a lead this large, this would absolutely be the biggest comeback that we have seen, but with the way they're playing, I don't see that happening.
Yeah, it just felt like every time we're seeing a player drop in the kill feed, it was just Renegades, but now we're seeing Team Liquid start to fall. That's 2 down for Team Liquid. Eco trying to stay alive, and now Renegades starting to make a push over towards Red Nest. They have Blue Bend, and now they're putting some pressure. What incredible shots there from Eco to take down Ninja. And now you see Penguin going for Red Nest, and now Renegades trying to turn things back around in their favor.
But are they going to be able to actually secure this? Denoxide runs out, tries to help and contest. He drops. That's going to be controlled back in favor of Renegades now. They're all pushing over here towards Ben, completely ignoring Catwalk, and Eco is just getting free shots on so many different players. We do have the new Overshield getting ready to spawn as well. Eco dropping to contest Penguin there, but 3 members of Liquid down here, they may be very well able to kind of put the nail in the coffin if they're able to grab this.
Well, Ninja did pick up a kill on a player that was waiting for that Overshield. Now they're going to be able to get camo. They have Rockets camo. Here's the Overshield guy. Spartan has the OS, but quickly getting drained there from a rocket to the face. Going for that second rocket. Can Ninja get it? Yes, he does get it. He'll make a trade. And now we're seeing the trip cap from Renegades. Can Renegades make this epic comeback right now? I don't know the exact number. It was 87, so I want to believe maybe 9 or 10. It was a very big deficit. It would be phenomenal to see Renegades make a comeback of this of this stature.
And with Ninja just dropping there, one stronghold going back in their favor, no one in position now to contest this bend. They need to put together a good coordinated push. This might very be their last chance here to bring themselves back into this game. Nest is going down here too commonly, or Hammy there in the little player feed, but Spartan with an amazing Splinter Nade takes him out, picks up a double, now a triple, prevents Catwalk from going, or captures Catwalk actually, prevents Nest from going in their favor, and there is just not enough time for Renegades to bring this one back. This is going to be a 2-1 series lead here for Liquid. This is what's keeping today interesting.
You called it. You said Team Liquid, there is no way they can lose this match being up by this much, and they closed it out 100-31. Let's take a look at the stats. Spartan the Dog with 15 kills. Now look at this. All 4 players from Team Liquid in the double digits for slays. Over on the other side, Renegades, Ninja, Victory, and Commonly only in the single digits. So Team Liquid did a great job at just outslaying and putting pressure on Renegades.
And controlling the power-ups and power weapons as well. They were much more focused on the overshield, picked up, maybe every single one that game, and just used it so well to their advantage. Even when Spartan ran into the rocket player at Catwalk, he still was able to stay alive long enough to where his teammates are able to finish off Ninja, and those 2 triple caps that Team Liquid held this game really was the determining factor. Closing it out at the end there, grabbing those last slays, and holding that triple cap just prevents any time on the clock or any opportunities for Renegades to put any last push together. So Liquid gotta be feeling good. Evil Geniuses gotta be feeling good as well. And I mentioned it during this game. Could you imagine if they clutched up that end of Regret Slayer? This might have very well been a 3-0 in favor of Liquid.
Now going into this game, you gotta imagine Evil Geniuses is feeling pretty good right now, knowing that Team Liquid's up, but they haven't closed it out yet. They have one more game to go. And you know what game we have next? Fathom CTF. And now Team Liquid has played this a total of 8 times throughout the Pro League and have only won it 1 time. 1 single game they have won this. They've lost it 7 times. So, I mean, on paper, this doesn't look like a good game type for Team Liquid.
But the way that these 2 teams are matching up here today, it is looking great for Liquid. I would say Renegades being 2-4 on this game type, it's definitely not one of their stronger game types either. So if anything, I could actually see Liquid doing this. And if Liquid is able to pull off this series, every single minute of the rest of the night is going to be so important for almost every single team involved here. And you got, of course, if they're able to win this, then Evil Geniuses will have to defeat CLG tonight to make it in, but at least they hold fate in their hands.
At least they do. Well, the players are ready, so let's get ready to kick things off here. Capture the flag on Fathom. This is a symmetrical map. You're going to have railgun bottom middle, camo top middle, so players constantly fighting over these, and obviously we all know that railgun is so powerful, and you're going to be able to make some really big plays with the railgun to pretty much get that flag out of the base and quickly retrieve it all the way back to your base.
All right, strong side. Victory X is who I want to see this game. We talked about him last night. He actually texted me right after the stream about my interview on the day when he dropped me from after the one event and created Straight Rip, and he got a good kick out of that one. But nonetheless here, Team Liquid off to a pretty good start, essentially winning map control over here at Red Treehouse. Commonly with that light rifle showing just how powerful it can be, essentially fighting 2 battles and now pushing Eco back once again.
It was a great light rifle play there. Now making a push towards top middle. Victory X in a 1v1 battle, and Victory X is going to make a trade there with Eco. Now over to Penguin, who's at top middle, but it's definitely very important to always keep that control of your treehouse. You never want the other team to just constantly be at that treehouse, and they're forcing you to essentially spawn over by the VAT or back in your base. And when that flag's moving, you don't want to be stuck at that VAT spawn.
All right, and strong side. Let's go and take a look at Denoxide. We haven't been watching his screen too much. He does have the light rifle, was doing some good damage with that. Gets some help from his teammates. Good flag pull here to start. If he's able to stay alive and get one more throw here, he's not going to be able to do so. Stellar picks up where he left off. Let's keep it in third person here. Watch where that flag is going. If anyone's able to contest this, nobody's in the base. Hammy gets taken out as well. Oh my gosh, the flag carrier goes down, but Denoxide off his spawn is able to go ahead and put that one in.
What a play there by Denoxide to close that out, going up 1-0. Great place here from Team Liquid, looking to close this out 3-1 here over Renegades. Denoxide putting some pressure into the treehouse, but Penguin, he's going to take him down. That's 2 down for Renegades, and you see Spartan the dog flying out at Penguin, but Penguin will be able to pick up the kill on him. So a lot of trades happening right there. Neither team able to make it past that 50-yard line now. Now we see Denoxide kind of slowing it down a little bit, and I like this because he knows his teammates are pushing over by the treehouse. He doesn't need to make a push over here because he's by himself, kind of waiting around. Penguin spots him though. He's going to get first shot on Denoxide, and he will be able to finish that kill. Now over to Penguin, as it looks like Penguin could potentially be running this flag now. He's going to be, let's jump into third person as he's running this through the treehouse, and you'll see this. This is what you do not want to happen, getting stuck at that VAD spawn. Now Penguin is going to toss that down all the way to Commonly. Let's move over to Commonly as he's running into the base, jump into third person and see if anyone can stop him. He makes a thrust outwards because you've got Spartan the dog hiding in the base. Let's jump into first person with him. You've got Spartan the dog making a very clutch play to stop that flag. That flag is still sitting out front. Denoxide going for the return, and yes, he does it. He gets that return. A clutch play, and now looks like they may be able to get a counter cap. Commonly going for that kill. He's able to pick that up. Spartan the dog doing everything he can, just laying down so much bullets there on the players from Renegades. And now we're seeing Eco run the flag in, and he falls. Now over to Stellar. Stellar's into the front door. He's got it here. He's got to stay alive though. Spartan the dog not taking any shots, and he'll be able to cap flag number 2, going up 2-0 in game number 4.
And Renegades overcommits to trying to put that capture in. Penguin, I like what he did, throwing the flag in front of the base and going to contest camo, but what they didn't know is the Denoxide was also up there, wins the 1v1, and Spartan already hiding in Renegades base. Stellar pushing in, that's 2 members down here for Renegades, gets the flag and a pretty decent throw as well. Spartan the dog's able to grab it with a quick thrust, and he is running this just as fast as he possibly can.
There is no one here, Elamite. Liquid's got the flag on their flag. Can Stellar do it? Yes, he does. Team Liquid wins their first series in quite some time. Wow. Team Liquid defeats Renegades 3-1. I mean, did you see this coming that quick? I thought we were at least going to see a game 5, but look at these stats. Denoxide 12 kills. I mean, the stats don't even matter. That game was so fast. Team Liquid just made quick work of Renegades.
Well, my heart goes out to Renegades because they have to be feeling crushed right now. The fact that they held fate in their own hands and just let it slip through their fingers, and props to Team Liquid. Better late than never. They're finally stepping it up, and they just won this game like they are a top 4 team and could be heading to finals. But unfortunately for them, they're hitting the finals just to play in relegation. But Optic Gaming and Evil Geniuses, so much on the line now for these guys. Optic has to step it up if they want to have the best chance of making it into Season 2. And now Evil Geniuses, they have to be feeling great that the door is still open, but at the very same time getting pretty nervous now because they're going to have to take down the Titans of CLG.
It's not an easy feat to do, but wow, I mean, Liquid definitely really making the guys on Renegades worried, and even the guys on Optic Gaming. Like you said, Optic needs to get a win now to take that seed over them and decide their fate of which open circuit team they want to play. I mean, look, this play here from Spartan, this really was a big save for them, and that was a momentum stopper for Renegades. Him hiding there, I don't even think you and I saw him. We didn't see him. He was out of the picture because we had the third-person camera turned to the right, so we did not see him hiding in that corner. And we saw Commonly thrust back out the door, and we were wondering, why is he thrusting outside the door? And little did we know, Spartan the dog just hiding in the base, and there you see the series layout. Team Liquid takes game number 1, 3-2. Renegades, game number 2, and a very close game, 50-48. Team Liquid, 131 on game 3, and then closing it out extremely well on game number 4, 3-0.
And if Liquid had lost this series, like we said before, Renegades would have secured themselves a spot in finals. Now that Liquid won this, they're putting Optic's backs against the wall, because if they lose again, Liquid will have the head-to-head match 1 with a higher map win percentage. And of course now, I cannot wait for both the next match, see if Optic's able to do it, match 3 as well, to see if we're going to have any kind of mix-ups there, you know, Optic being able to win. And then, of course, the last game of the night, Evil Geniuses versus CLG.
Yeah, this match just made everything so much more interesting for today. I mean, Liquid winning, I mean, the whole day, it matters now. If Renegades would have won it,
Everything matters now.
yeah, everything matters now. So, I mean, everyone is going to be watching. The players are going to be watching. You can guarantee Renegades is going to be sitting behind their computer screen watching these matches.
Now, we do have something we haven't been able to do too much, and that's chat with Liquid after one of their victories. I believe we do have Stellar here joining us, and he is ready to join the call here and via Skype and have a quick conversation. First of all, Stellar, congratulations. You guys were just dominating. Better late than never. Glad to see you guys stepping up. How do you feel?
It feels pretty good. Hopefully we will have the 7th seed and we'll be able to pick who we play for relegation, so that would be an advantage for sure.
Yeah, I definitely noticed a smile on your face, feeling pretty good after that. I mean, you guys have always battled with every team, honestly, throughout the entire season. It just seems like you guys hadn't been able to close out a series or even just close out games at points. In 1 week, it looked like you guys were going to beat Enigma 6. You were beating them in, I believe, all 3 games, and they ended up coming back and beating you, and it just seemed like you never were able to get it to click. But now, even better late than never, you were able to make it click, which is definitely a very important time. But you guys really put the pressure on Renegades, and I guess, what are you going to be doing now? Are you going to be kicking back and just getting some popcorn, watching all these matches for the rest of the night?
Yeah, most likely.
And of course, and of course, who are you guys looking at picking for that relegation spot? Is that something you guys have talked about? And where are your thoughts at there?
I'm pretty sure we'd like to play Elevate instead of Denial first.
I think that's a kind of a safe assumption for what we've seen so far over the course of the league. What about your teammates? What are the kind of communications like in the game, and why is today so different than the rest of the season?
Oh, you're literally screaming the entire game, every game.
Just screaming call-outs at the top of your lungs.
Yeah, we tried to keep it as intense as possible.
Yeah. So have you been that intense every single week, or did you see something different out of your team this week?
Towards the end of the season, we've gotten a lot more intense, and it's probably showed in our series, but have been a lot closer and whatnot.
Well, congratulations on the win, and we'll see you at relegation, man. Good games.
All right. Thank you.
And wow, Liquid really stepping it up, and it kills me to see them play this well on the last day. Like, I would have loved to see this Liquid all season long. Like you said, the intensity was there today, and just being off to such a rough start, they weren't able to find their footing. But we have many more matches in store tonight, and every match is so important now for every single team, whether they're playing or just at home watching. So we have another match coming up right after this short break.